I'm aware the mic is on. Just need to figure out. Okay, let me check YouTube. Okay, maybe I should turn off my mic until I figure things out. Okie dokie, I think we're all good to go. Wrong thing. So, while I wait for Silver Ash's event, and I guess chapter 16 is also coming out, but that totally isn't planned because I know chapter 16 involves like Rhodes Island revisiting Ursus again, but beyond that I don't know anything more. So yeah, you can see I don't have a good track record of finishing these types of events until like Vigila, which is where they started, I don't know, making a more cohesive narrative instead of just like character shorts, you know? Ancient Forge was one I didn't get to do while it was running, so it was a later time. It was at a later time that I actually just decided to read it. And Children of Ursus. I remembered reading only the first story, and then I just never got to reading the rest. And if I don't finish this, I'll stream more of it tomorrow, but let's start with The Chosen. It's plugged in. Is it recording? Test, test. Seems all right. Now, what should I say? Maybe I should make the audio louder. Okay. Now, what should I say? Ahem. Closure lent me this device for the purposes of, well, the application says recording self-diagnosis and treatment of trauma using exposure therapy and related methods. A mouthful indeed. Yeah, almost lost my breath in that single sentence. It is a very simple machine to operate. I just check that the battery is charged, toggle this switch, and now it will record automatically. Phew. Talking to yourself is so difficult. I should know because I'm streaming right now. I honestly thought it would be easier to just open up to a screen. Are we the same person right now? Is she streaming or recording? She's recording herself right now, yeah. I feel like it's easier to talk to yourself when no one's there, though. When I asked about alleviating or at least controlling my symptoms, the medical staff suggested this. Why not try talking it through with yourself? They made it sound so easy. Okay, we have video now. Not that I'll be showing this to anyone. Not that I would ever want to show this to anyone. Calm down, Estina. No need to be nervous. We're all friends here. Just speak your mind. Let it out. All those things you've been unable to share with others, you can say to yourself over and over again. It's certainly a feasible idea. So let's take us back. While it may seem like there's nothing wrong, I know sooner or later we will have to deal with this. With so much. I know that Gumi and Natalia can never forget those things. What happened in the school, what happened after we left the school, no one could forget. And Zima, I think she has been having nightmares recently. Leto seems like she was able to let it go, but can someone ever truly let it go? As for me, I believe I can face up to it, but can I actually? No one will speak of it, but somehow we will have to come to terms with it in the end. Oh, hey, Mira Plays. I'm doing great. It's a little late in the night, but it's the only time I can stream without much interruptions. How are you doing? Still hard. Phew. Alright, I do think I am starting to get used to it though. No problem. Let's begin for real this time. I suppose I'll introduce myself first. Deep breath. I am called Estina. This is, of course, a code name. My true name is Anna Morozova. Yeah, Arknights is a mobile gacha game. You can play it on an emulator. I don't think it's on Steam or anything though. It's a name I've not heard in a long time. It is my name, of course, but it feels somewhat unfamiliar. How strange. Well, if you like tower defense, I think you could give it a shot. And it's also like a sort of... It's got a visual novel story format. As you can see here. This is Vika, a good friend of mine. Vika was my best friend before I joined the student self-governing group. Now I live at the headquarters of an organization called Rhodes Island, where I am classified as part of the Ursus student self-governing group. This group was my idea, but it was Zima who truly founded it. And while we are indeed independent, at the moment there are only 5 of us. Zima, Natalia, Leto, Gumi, and myself. There used to be more, but we are the only ones left. Of course, Vika is also a member. We currently serve as operators for this Rhodes Island. I suppose it's a kind of job. I don't mind it. Fair pay for fair work. Zima has no plans to leave for the time being, and although she does not speak her mind, I know she is satisfied here. And from time to time I find myself thinking it would be nice to stay. Phew. The truth is, while we're all together now, we did not come from the same school. Gumi, Natalia, and I attended the same high school. Zima and Leto went to another one. Oh, but Zima was sort of famous even at our school. In fact, every student in the district knew about her. Yeah, Arknights is one of those games where it really delves deep into the lore. It's like been out now for 6 or 7 years, and this event I'm doing right now, it's only like one part of the story. Like, the lore is just really extensive. This model, I made it using Pick Crew. I don't know if you know what that is. It's kind of like a dress-up game or dress-up website. You can make your own avatars there. And this specific one, the artist lets you use the assets for free, so I didn't have to pay anything. Which is nice because I have no money. I suppose she is something of a born leader. I recognized that she was the right choice to lead us. Reunion found us defenseless and occupied Chernobog, our city. Then some things happened. Reunion took a handful of kids from our school, me among them, and marched us over to Zima's campus. There may have been students from other schools there too, I'm not certain. It was a chaotic time. It's still not clear why they did it, but it was all orchestrated by the white-haired boy leading that reunion outfit. I think he may have been even younger than us, I don't know. I got the impression he had to convince the other leaders to round up the students, at which point they locked us inside Zima's school. Looking back now, it all seems ridiculous. We were locked in there for maybe 2 weeks, and I would like to make like a more customizable 2D or 3D avatar, but again, I got no money, so. And hey, we all start somewhere. I just hope I can save up enough money in the future and maybe commission like an artist to get my own custom avatar. Anna, phew, thank heaven it's you. Pull me up, Anna. Anna? And we fought. We fought within the sealed up school, and when we managed to escape from it, we fought in the city blocks of Chernobog. Every one of us has something we must come to terms with. It wouldn't be Gumi this early. Who could it be? Just a minute. I think I'll just leave the recording running. I don't want to worry about saving and closing it. Who is it? It's me. Who? Huh? I'm surprised at you, Junior Detective Estina. How could you not recognize my voice? Are you playing dumb? Could you keep it down? And I've told you 1,000 times I'm not your junior detective. Huh, you two are getting along nicely. Good afternoon, Anna. I'm here to bother you too. Hey? Natalia? Tea. Ah, thank you. It smells fantastic. A fine tea indeed. By the way, you took quite a while to open the door. Are you busy, Estina? Are we interrupting you? We could always come back later. I really only came to return this book. I'm not busy, don't worry about it. Not with anything pressing, anyway. Oh? Relax. If Anna says we're not bothering her, we're not bothering her. Anna doesn't lie about things like that now, does she? Glad to hear it. Oh, but I never expected you were the type to lock your door. How cautious. And handy. That kind of caution will serve a junior detective well. I've been very clear with you that I'm not interested in this junior detective nonsense. And besides, I just happen to have a reason to lock the door this time. But I think you are the type to lock your door, actually. Anna's always been the most cautious of us. Don't tease me, Natalia. My voice is getting fried. I just can't help myself with that adorable face of yours. Sigh. Anyway, it's quite nice that you take high tea in the afternoon, as it should be. You really have a thing for tea, huh? Your face with that expression, it reminds me of freshly browned toast. What's that supposed to mean? I suppose it means you look silly. Oh, how dare you, that's over the line. No matter, look how magnanimous your senior detective is. I even brought you biscuits. Oh, biscuits. Now that's unexpected. Is it? Sorry, I didn't expect you to bring snacks. I figured you only came to mooch some tea. I misjudged you. I'm not some freeloader. Look, I prepared an extra special thank you gift with Hibiscus's famous vegetable scones. Very good. Let's see you off now. Hurry on back where you came from. Right now, immediately through the door and to the right. Have a nice day. Hey now, you needn't be so forceful. The scones are delightful, I promise. Okay, so you know how before I was talking to someone, I thought it was an actual viewer, you know, interested in the game and in the stream, but, you know, I've done some research regarding Twitch live streaming and all that, and it turns out that the people offering you art commissions on your live streams are actually scammers, so I just blocked them. And if you're still watching this and you're actually genuine, sorry, but I'm not taking any chances. So now I guess I'm back to being alone in the stream, and we will continue with the story now. Hey now, you needn't be so forceful. The scones are delightful, I promise. Here, try one. No, thank you. Really, stop. Don't just shove it in. Now this is what I meant by you two getting along. I'm jealous. Utter nonsense. You think we're getting along? Like two peas in a pod, eh? Eh? Huh? Not that we get along poorly. I'd say we just... I had this all wrong. We don't like each other at all. Ha 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 ha. Natalia. Sorry, you two clearly connect on a deeper level than I thought. God, it sounds so awkward forcing yourself to laugh. Reading laugh dialogue. Sigh. There's no way we could be that funny, but whatever. May's here to give back my book. What brings you over, Natalia? Me, I've had some things on my mind lately. Things I want to talk over with you. No, important things? That's not like you. Especially to have you come to me. Hey now, I've always been close to you, Anna. But it's really nothing that important. We can come back to it later. Let's enjoy our tea time for now. Yes, let's. Whoa, May, be careful. Don't go prancing around with your teacup. It'll spill. I'm not a child, it won't spill. Sigh. Sorry, I wasn't expecting guests, so the room's a bit messy. There isn't a good place to entertain guests in the dormitory, but you don't have to stand there, Natalia. Just sit anywhere, like May. I'll take you up on that, but Rhodes Island does provide nicely furnished dorms, clean and tidy ones at that. You're right that they don't make for good house parties, though. Not like we used to have. Those were more banquets than parties. Oh, banquets? What's the difference? They're completely different. Are they? I mean, I guess a party can be a banquet, but not every banquet is a party, something like that. When I think of banquets, they're usually like fancy stuff, and parties are just, I don't know, they kind of just could be anything with a large amount of people gathering and celebrating something. Absolutely. Ooh, a banquet sounds lovely. Let's not get carried away. That was another time. The big house, the lifestyle, none of it has anything to do with who I am now. And that Sonia, she always teases me about it. Tactless. If it weren't for you, Anna, I'm sure Sonia would be butting heads with everyone left and right. Honestly, it's been a while since I've, heard anything about, the Ursus middle schoolers, and I don't know everyone by their actual name, I just know their operator names, so yeah, I don't know who Sonia is. Is she Gumi, I wonder? I honestly think we live quite well right now. It's leagues better than when they had me on undercover investigations. And by the way, Estina, your room is already very clean. You've got so many books and they're all so well organized. We're still in the midst of setting it all straight, and Gumi's always been rather fastidious. That's true, our Gumi does like to sort things. Even back in those days, in a place like that, she'd still keep everything we gathered all nicely sorted. Same as she ever was. A place like what? But a tidy room, it could be great, or I suppose it could be hell. Well, for me, I back in college, I stayed in a dorm. I would consider myself a tidy person. I don't even have that much stuff. I didn't bring that much stuff with me anyway, and oh god, there was this one time I think I was like in my 3rd year, and 3rd year in, and I still didn't have any friends. You know, it's whatever. But yeah, the dorm I was staying at, like, you can't, they don't have single rooms, so you could pay for a single room, but if more people came in, then you would be forced to live with another person, because again, that specific dorm I was in didn't have single rooms, they were only doubles. But yeah, in my 3rd year, like, my RA came to me and was like, so we got new students coming in, and I was wondering if you would want to, you know, room in with this other girl on the floor. And she thought that we would be like a great fit, so yeah, me and this girl got together for like dinner one day to talk, and God, I was so awkward at socializing back then. It's not even funny. And yeah, I should have asked to at least see her room before I agreed to moving in with her, but God, once I saw her room, I immediately regretted it. She was like, she was a nice person, okay, but I just can't stand messy rooms, and her room was exactly that. You got like piles of dirty clothes strewn all over the floor, and her dorm was like, I feel like it was smaller because of where it was located, and I had less things, so obviously it made sense for me to move in to her dorm rather than her moving into my dorm. But I digress. Her room was messy, and I don't want to speak about it again, so let's just move on. Where were we? Oh, and who's this lovely little doll here? Don't touch her! Eep! Well, what's the matter? You scared the life out of me. You didn't have to be so rough. My apologies. It's just, this is something very important to me. That's Anna, didn't that belong to? So you took the doll with you. Please stop talking, Natalia. Stop talking. I'm fine, don't worry. Anna, stop talking. I heard about it. What happened back then. There was nothing anyone could have done. No one could have known. Stop talking. It was tragic, but we all know it wasn't your fault. Shut up. You were just a second too late. You did all you could. I know, thank you. I'm fine, Natalia. I'm fine. Usually when someone says that, they're not fine. I'm fine. That's what I've always said to everyone. Zima, Gumi, Leto, Natalia, they all think I'll be fine. I almost believe it myself. It wasn't my fault. Or was it? I just got there too late. No, I wasn't late. I did all I could. All I could. I'd already made my choice. Ah, this book. Isn't it the last volume of a detective series I've been reading? Oh, that one. Yes, you have a good eye. This is the most precious title in the series. The final act in the story of the world's greatest detective. I had to beg the doctor over and over again to help me hunt it down. Oh, that reminds me. Back in the old country, I saw what I'm pretty sure was a signed copy of the first edition on the bookshelf at home. Oh, the memories. I cried my eyes out the first time I read it. Autographed, and a first edition at that? Oh, what rotten luck. I remember Sonia saying Anna moved mountains to try to get any signed copy of that author's work, and she's still empty-handed. Or is Sonia Zima, or who else was there? Absinthe? They're just too rare. Uh-oh, it was that special, was it? There's too much old stuff like that back home. I never noticed. Anyway, Justina, could you, lend me this book? I can. But didn't you say you'd read it before? A first edition signed copy? Oh, well, I did, but it's been so long, you see. It's about time for a reread. It's really quite something that you've got a book like this here. Haha, you can read it any time you like. When you put it that way, I suppose I ought to lend it to you. For now. Oh, Estina, that's marvelous. You're the greatest. Phew. No problem there, then. You could stand to be a little more aware of the feelings of others. But nevertheless, thanks. Did you say something? Oh, these biscuits are to die for. You really won't have one, Estina? I didn't say anything. Of course they always say that. They're just normal biscuits, are they? I could have a taste. But I didn't expect to see you and Natalia together. How do you know one another? Oh, I wouldn't say we know each other that well. Natalia just happened to lend a hand when I was covertly investigating penguin logistics. Glad I could help. Hold on, let me drink some water first. Okay, you talk about investigating penguin logistics quite a bit. Still haven't given up on that, eh? I'll never give up. I've staked my reputation as a royal detective. Personally, I think you've long since forfeited your reputation as a royal detective. Why, you... I've had just about enough of you. The point is, we only happened to bump into each other on the way here. What's more, the last book I borrowed from you was absolutely riveting. I just had to come talk about it as soon as I turned to the last page. Well, that's not entirely off the table. It's been a while since I had a good talk about detective novels, and the plot in that one is indeed one of my favorites. Riveting, you said? I most certainly did. How does one even come up with such a twisty plot? Ooh, I swear my hair stood on ends as I read the final reveal. I'm sure. It's a perfect cocktail of literary creativity and logical deduction that jabs the reader right in the psyche. Easily my favorite one in the series. I wonder if it's Tara's version of Sherlock Holmes they're talking about. Oh, I see. It's so clear to me. It was written in the first person, so the murderer was actually the Not that I've read Sherlock Holmes, so I don't know if it was written in first person, and God may you... Spoilers just grind my gears. Really. Fool, you can't just spoil the whole thing. Natalia hasn't read it yet. Exactly. You almost killed me. I bit my tongue. That hurt. I understand not wanting spoilers, but that was way out of line, Estina. No, you gotta do everything you can to stop people from spoiling, even if it's to, I don't fucking know, tape their mouth shut, stick a hot dog in there, like... Interesting. You really like your detective novels, eh, Anna? I don't usually see you so excited to talk about something. Oh, really? Really? In fact, I think you'll have to let me read one too, since they're clearly so compelling. You want to read too, Natalia? I never would have imagined. Every time I asked you before, you'd say the same thing, when I have time. Huh, is that right? But when I see the two of you crowing on about these books, I can't help but want to join in. Alright then, the more the merrier. There really aren't many people here who can hold a conversation about great art. The doctor reads, but finding time for a conversation is no simple task. The doctor. Ah, you mean that one commander. I see you're familiar, Natalia? I am. That one is quite a unique presence on this vessel, and I've had the pleasure of bearing witness to that particular commander's field operations. It's too bad. There's some special meeting or some such on today. I wanted to give the doctor a biscuit. Don't worry, I'm sure Hibiscus will make sure the doctor gets a share. Yes, Dr. Kaltzik keeps a close eye, but it's clear that everyone is just as concerned about the doctor. The medical staff in particular. I went for a test recently and overheard several medics discussing adjustments to the doctor's diet. I believe the confiscation of snacks was mentioned. Haha, that's a fairly reasonable step, no? Gumi was moaning about that too. Honestly, what does that one eat every day? What does she eat? Totally not a cannibal. Also, what was that about a test, Natalia? No, I would appreciate some discretion in that matter. I haven't made up my mind yet, but it is why I came here today. However, now's not the time, actually. Let's come back to it another day. You'll know soon, Anna, in all likelihood. Oh? Alright then, I won't pry. Let's get back to the matter at hand. Why don't we start Natalia off with the classics? Oh, is that the matter at hand then? It's an excellent opportunity to introduce a friend to your beloved hobby. I wouldn't let this go so easily. Ooh, you're positively oozing passion right now. But of course, don't underestimate the power of the detective novel. No matter the type, a masterwork carries a living soul within it. That's an Anna-ism if I've ever heard one, but that doesn't make it any less true. Reasoning out the plot of a novel is part of the fun, but the true draw of the detective genre goes much deeper. Estina speaks the truth, but I have to say my favorite part is always when the detective unmasks the true culprit. And if we're talking classics, we of course have to talk about that one, eh? That one? Do you mean that one? Yes. Sherlock Holmes? Ahem. One truth prevails. The murderer is you. Oh, I know that one. It's a detective's catchphrase. Righto. No matter how many times I hear it, it still gets my heart racing. Indeed. But in my opinion, it's after the culprit is found that the real thinking, the real interesting bit begins. What do you mean? Allow me to answer your question with another question, May. Upon cornering the criminal and after arriving at the truth, what is it the detective should do? Should she announce the truth to everyone, securing a conviction? Even when the truth is clear, the law may from time to time be an ineffective remedy. What then can she do? Does she allow this criminal to get away with his crimes, or does she take the law into her own hands? Such things happen in the real world too, with no simple solution. If I were her... Did you just want to drop that one on us? What are you even talking about, Estina? You've been acting off all day. Are you feeling all right? No fever? I'm sorry. A detective's duty is to uncover the truth. The rest is up to the police, of course. She can't play judge, jury, and executioner. Every part of the justice system plays a role. The police, the courts, and detectives like us. Isn't that obvious? What's that face now? Did I say something so shocking? Of course I know a detective can't legally convict a criminal. I just never expected to hear you talk sense. Hey now, what's that supposed to mean? Nothing. Just talking to myself. Now, given the world we live in, we've got a fair number of people who pass their days killing and killing. Murder may not seem a crime of particularly immediate concern, but we'll set that aside for the moment. It remains our duty as detectives to seek out the truth and uphold the law to the best of our abilities. We may not pass judgment. We may not go above the law. We may not exact our own justice. To do harm to others, no matter how we may package it, is an immoral act. The character of such behavior is immutable. Indeed, you're right. Whether or not the crime is ever known to others, whether or not judgment is ever passed, the knowledge of the crime lives forever within the criminal. And it is a detective who digs out that truth. Aha! Just saying things like that feels so stupendously cool. The knowledge of the crime. You're right. No matter the justification, regardless of whether or not it is known to the world, what's done is done. And someday... Oh my, our little chat here has turned rather dour. Sorry, I shouldn't have brought it up. Oh no, it was quite the enlightening discussion to witness, but on the rare occasion we meet again for afternoon tea, let's discuss something a bit lighter. Yes, good idea. The tea's gone cold. Is that... What is it, May? You stood up just to have something catch your eye? It's... Well, see for yourselves. What's that outside the window? The window? Let me see. Oh, it's flying? And flying this way. Looks like some sort of drone. A drone? It is a drone, but what is it doing out here? Actually, I think it's caught on the rigging. Ah, well, if it's attached to the land ship, it can't be a threat, eh? Nothing to worry about then. Upsies. Are you mad? Don't just go diving out windows. Gotcha. May, watch your footing. Eh? Wah! Gasp. Anna. Phew, thank heaven it's you. She slipped just like that. Her body wafted back and forth, the breeze blowing her long hair, so clean it clashed with the scene around us. That stark contrast made it seem like the entire episode was nothing but a dream. Pull me up, Anna. I froze, silent. Anna? With a light touch, the dream slipped away. No words, no sound, just a few small marks on my fingertips. Anna, oh God, another voice crack. Let me drink some water again. I usually never talk for this long, let alone read aloud, but here I am. I guess I'll consider this voice training to get a better voice, or a stronger voice, I should say. Okay. Anna, please, what are you doing? I just watched her fall. So that was back in the middle school when they were locked in Chernobyl, right? May, that was so reckless. Are you hurt? It definitely hurts, but I'm alright. Nothing permanent. Oh, but there's a note taped to the drone. And it's for you, Natalia. Huh? For me? Let me see. Ah, May. Wow, what happened? You look like you've seen a ghost. I'm fine. Are you sure you're definitely not sick? I wouldn't think any less of you. Sigh. Fool. What? What kind of absolute moron would dive out a window and go hanging from the rigging just to get her hands on a mysterious drone? A woman with a brain would use a tool or ask me to use my arts. Well, I didn't think of that, okay? Use your head next time. Don't scare me like that, baka. Idiot. Give me your hand. Hey, no need for that. I'm really okay. You scratched your hand on the windowsill. Don't play dumb with me. I see right through you. You have a terrible poker face. Ugh. Your eyes are way too sharp. As a junior detective, keen powers of observation are a must, no? Ack. Well, it's not a deep cut. We'll just wipe it clean, apply some disinfectant, and we're done. But you'll still want to have a medic operator look at it, no matter how small the wound. It's nothing serious. Don't get so worked up. But thanks all the same. Sigh. The note is a summons from Silence. Dr. Silence? Yes, it's about the test I mentioned before. But it's kind of scary. How did Dr. Silence know I was here? Anything's possible with drones, right? From Dr. Kaltzit on down, the medics all have their ways. That's for sure. Sorry, Anna, it seems I'm off to medical. No problem. It's clearly something important. Go take care of it. Well, I'd better be on my way then, too. I've returned your book and borrowed another. A complete success. What's a complete success? Let's do this again soon. If all goes well, I'm looking forward to telling the whole self-governing group the good news. Yes, as am I. Anna... Nothing. Forget it. Until next time. Toodaloo. Sigh. The good news, huh? Vika, tell me, what exactly will that good news be? Natalia and Zima or Sonia, if they can get along, is such a thing possible? Yes, I think so too. I have never forgotten about you, about what happened to you. Would you blame me if I did? You would, wouldn't you? No, I know that's not true. I know you, Vika, and I know that's a lie. In fact, I know you can't speak at all. You've been with me for so long. You're still by my side today. One day we must all come to terms. But not today, not now. It seems I am not strong enough. I still can't do it, not yet. Oh yeah, isn't she still recording? She hasn't hit the stop button yet, so she must have recorded all that conversation with May and Rosa before. And it seems we're done. Should I go for another? Yeah, I think this will be the last one though, cause Arknights stories are already pretty long. Nice. Okay, this Arknights stories are already pretty long, and reading them aloud just takes more time, but yeah, this will be the last one for today, and I will continue streaming tomorrow at the same time to finish the others. They'll probably go on till Wednesday, maybe even Thursday, depending on how fast the stories take to read. It's morning. I come out of my room as usual. Sonia, are you finished washing up? So Sonia is Zima, okay. I'm not a kid anymore, Mom. Mom calls to me from the kitchen where she's cooking. I sit down at the table to wait for my piping hot breakfast. Breakfast would normally be a bowl of porridge served with bread and ham. I guess she wants to lose weight, so we only have oatmeal porridge. Fine by me. Dad sits reading the papers. Everything in them is always so boring. Political and economic stuff I have no interest in. Why don't they run stories about my glorious accomplishments? Sonia, how's school doing? How's school going? Water break. This again. Doesn't he get tired of going through these motions twice a day? It's only ever at breakfast and dinner that he pretends to care. Fine. You're in 7th grade already. It's time you start behaving. Why? I'm only in 7th grade. And have you decided what you'll do after you finish 9th? Not yet. After ninth grade, I have to decide whether I'll keep studying or go to technical school to learn a trade. I know Dad would rather I go to trade school, and I'm sure he's about to say so. I think you should. Don't push your hang-ups onto your daughter. Did you find work yet? Mom interrupts Dad as she carries our breakfast out of the kitchen. I have an interview today. Since losing his job, Dad struggled to look Mom in the eye. Not that it was much better before. You have to put aside your pride, Pierre. We can't eat dignity. I know. I'm trying, Anna. She's got the same name as Estina. Mom cares a lot about my studies than Dad. She wants me to stay in school after graduation. She's even saved up money for it. She always talks about how you couldn't go all the way through ninth grade for free in her day, and at the same time acknowledge how lucky she was to have been a maid to the nobility. She finished her studies at a girls' school, which let her get a pretty good job even in a lousy economy like this one. Sometimes I wish I could be a good girl for her. Too bad I can't. If only you were. Come on, Sonia, eat up. You don't want to miss the bus. I know. I looked down at my breakfast, baffled by the strange look of it all. A sad little glop of porridge, half a slice of bread, and a suspiciously shaped ham. Mom, what's this? What do you mean? It's the same thing we eat every day. No, it isn't. Did you forget? What is happening? A girl who looks exactly like me appears at the table. Who are you? Why do you look like me? I am you. She's me? That's ridiculous. Then who am I? You're Sonia. This makes no sense. But even weirder is how Mom and Dad have no reaction to this doppelganger popping up at our table. It's just a dream. Sonia, what are you daydreaming about? Eat your breakfast. Oh, I get it. This is a nightmare. That's the easiest explanation. Huh. It's just some weird-looking food. I've had scarier dreams. What if it isn't food? What if it's not ham, but, human meat? Those were fantasies you pulled from comics and games. You used to think unbelievably powerful things were the scariest. A column of tanks, a giant monster, your father's fist, something simple and cruel. What is she saying? How could she know? What's it to you? You're just a figment of my imagination too. How else would you know what I'm thinking? Take a closer look at the food you're holding. What? It's not porridge. It's rice and water with some weeds mixed in. It's nothing like Mom's cooking. The bread, it's bread, but it smells terrible, like it's been left out for days on end. But how should I know that? The ham looks like it's been torn off a bigger hunk of flesh, and it smells almost fishy. Wait, is this blood? Puke. It's just a nightmare. But you've never had one like this, and it feels so real. It's as if... I get the sense that my doppelganger wants to tease me, but teacher always says teasing is a way of making yourself happy by hurting others. And she doesn't look happy. Either way, I know I can't let her get away with it. Even if the food's a bit worse, does that make a life not worth living? I have to shut her up and get to school. Shut up. I know the best way to deal with somebody mouthing off. My fists. Doesn't it feel just like you've actually eaten it? I clench my fist and lunge at her, but she's one step ahead. My right hook slams hard into the face of the boy in front of me. The feeling of bone crushing against skin is comforting in a way. Gah! So strong, I thought for sure a dozen of us would be enough, but she wiped the floor with us. Blah! Even weak cubs like you want to play bully? It'll take more than that. Hope I said that right. Pfft, go. Just you wait, General Zima, this isn't over. Honestly, I like the name General Zima. It's badass. But these punks always come at me while I'm trying to nap. Don't they know I usually skip afternoon class? Thanks, General Zima. Huh, you're still here? You didn't run away? I wanted to thank you this time. This time? Oh, you don't recognize me? My name is Valeria. This isn't the first time you've had to save me. Now that she mentions it, the yellow bow in this girl's hair does look familiar. Was it last week or last month? I'm pretty sure I helped her, yeah. You saved my friends too. We're all so thankful to you. Looking at her bright, shiny face, some of her happiness infects me, but I still have to keep up appearances. I just can't stand these shitheads pushing the little people around. And you need to work up some courage. If you were braver, they'd be the ones scared of you. Yes, you're right. I'll try. Good, now get out of here. Bye, and thanks again. She yells back as she runs off. Is it just me, or is everything in the classroom much dirtier than it was? Whatever. Back to my nap. I pull 4 chairs together and lay down. What's that? My back is pressing into something. I reach behind me and pull out a yellow bow. It looks so familiar, but it's dirty and one side is broken. Huh? The back of the bow is stained a dark black color, like blood. It must be ketchup. I toss the bow aside and go back to sleep. But before I can slip into my slumber, I hear a voice. You found this bow later in one of the classrooms. Admit it, you know she's dead. The classroom door suddenly flies open, interrupting my nap. A girl with glasses walks in, carrying a book. Is Stina? I can tell from her uniform that she doesn't go to this school. Yup. Excuse me, is anyone else here? This is my territory. I'm the only one allowed in. Sorry, but my friends and I are looking for shelter. Are you Sonia? You're Anna? Anna used to be my neighbor. I haven't seen her in years since we moved, but take another classroom. Honestly, she asked nicely, and it's not like we didn't get along before. I don't really want to turn her down. But things have gotten rough among the kids here since the first fire. I had to fight off 3 gangs alone today. I know this might bother you, Sonia, but There's only one inside, Anna. Let's just chase her away. Oh, okay. Time for another fight. Water break. Ran out of water in my glass, but luckily I got bottled water beside me, so then we'd be no different from the robbers. That isn't us. Anna's the same as she ever was, a peacemaker. Right, I'm Lada, and I'm a pretty good cook. What if I made you something to eat in return for letting us hide here? I have to say, that's a pretty tempting offer. It's been a while since I've had something that didn't just come out of a can. Okay, you can stay, but watch your step. I'm Sonia, and you don't mess with me. Did she just say Sonia? Is that actually General Zima? She's famous even over at our school. She's easily the strongest girl in the district. No way. Sounds like we lucked out. I have to say, I enjoy the acclaim, but the best part is seeing the face of a good girl like Anna turn upside down when she hears it. Thank you, Sonia. We'll try not to bother you. Damn, no reaction. Lame. After I give my permission, she leads her whole caravan in. The first bunch are a mix of girls and boys. Their clothes are pretty ragged, their hair all messy, and they clearly haven't slept in days. Then behind them, what the hell? A bunch of empty, floating school uniforms, and at the very back of the crowd is me. Floating sailor suits, huh? That's quite a coping mechanism. What are you talking about? I mean, who even are you? I'm you, and you're dreaming, idiot. That makes sense. Something like this has to be a dream. But why did I just call myself an idiot? I mean, at least it's better than a bunch of headless zombies. What do you mean? Why would there be headless zombies? Because you killed them all. Why would I do that? Because they were going to attack you, weren't they, Estina? There was no other way. They forced your hand. Right. As long as there's a good reason for it, violence is okay. That's how I roll. Is that really what you think? I always believed I was doing the right thing. This is pretty weird even for a dream. My doppelganger is having a conversation with a girl I barely know, as if they're old friends. But all reason tells me they're both just figments of my imagination. That reminds me. Shouldn't I have woken up as soon as I realized I was in a dream? The instant that thought pops into my head, everyone in the room but my doppelganger and the floating uniforms turn to fix their eyes on me. Every face bears a twisted smile. They surround me. You are our leader. You should stay here. You should lead us. I try to find the other me, but she's gone. Ugh. My eyes shoot open. The room around me is still the classroom. It's late at night. The others are asleep. I'm slumped up against the door. Okay, so are we back in reality now? 'Cause this story is trippy. There is another door, but I barricaded it with my desk. The windows have all been sealed. The door next to me is the only way in or out. I am their leader. I have to protect them. You can't sleep, Sonia? I hear Anna's voice nearby. It's been 3 days since she and her partner joined us. There was some unpleasantness in that time, but Anna sided with me in the end. Yes, I had a nightmare. Don't let it get to you. You did nothing wrong. I can't remember what I was dreaming about, but Anna must be thinking it was something to do with them. She feels bad about it. She never imagined the classmates she trusted would go so far as to attack me just because she asked me to lead them. I killed them all, of course. I've seen lots of groups fall apart because of little conflicts like this. It's why I didn't want to join a group in the first place. I'd rather communicate with my fists than try to manage relationships. Don't worry. I hear a rustling as she moves over to me. I know she wants to comfort me, but it's obvious she's the one who needs comforting. I should change the subject. Anna, were you your class president? No. Honestly, she did give me class president vibes. So how did you end up with so many followers? I was actually very uncomfortable trying to play leader, but Lada kept pushing me, and I just felt like I had to do something. Aha, you did have to do something. You're teasing me. But really, when the kids in my class would bully each other, I knew it was wrong, but I just kept to myself, kept away from it. You should have kicked their asses. You're a tough girl. It's true, she may look the bookish type, but Anna's really very good in a fight. She just doesn't like to apply herself. If only I was as brave as you. I can never find the courage to stand up to people. Oops, she sounds even sadder than before. I really don't know how to comfort a girl. What can I say to cheer her up? Or at least you're standing up now. That's the best you could come up with, Sonia? Because I believe it's wrong. At least that's what I thought at first. What's wrong? This. All of it. We've been locked up in this school for 8 days. Everything keeps getting worse. It's all because of that first fire. If it wasn't for the fire... After the fire destroyed one of the food pantries, the noble students from number 4 secondary school occupied the other one. Then they started looting. You still see commoners fighting over food. The school looks like a war zone. Debris and graffiti everywhere. And every night is set against the sounds of kids yelling, screaming, crying. Perhaps, but don't you think that fire was bound to happen sooner or later? Are you saying someone started it on purpose? No. How should I put this? Let me think. It's more like that which the fire represents would have come about no matter what. Here's Arknights writing getting philosophical. Arknights writing in true fashion. God, my voice is like dying out over here. I somehow understand even less. Even without the fire, something would have happened to send us all into a panic. Is that clearer? Weird, it must have been the bad guys who set the fire. The bad guys. There are always bad guys. I don't think that's right, but I don't know how to argue with her either. I once read a book that said human nature is evil. I thought it strange at the time. We've built such civilized societies. We live lives of order and morality. How can we be inherently evil? It is with this in mind that I was able to muster the courage to gather everyone up and maintain order. But things kept getting worse, and I did nothing about it. I didn't restore order. I didn't save anyone. And without you, my classmates might have already killed me. I'm useless. Her voice is teetering on the brink of tears. I made this so much worse. Whatever, I don't know shit about morals, order, society, or any of that. But I understand what she's getting at, so I might as well start talking. I feel like Zima is chaotic good or chaotic neutral. Is that a thing? But yeah, somewhere along those lines. What you're saying is you now think everyone does bad stuff, including me? That's not what I meant. Now she sounds surprised. I got her good with that one. I fight a lot, but they always deserve it. Okay, don't be sad. I'll help you. You will? I'm your leader, and you want to do good. Of course I'll help you. Thank you, Sonia. Hey, isn't it customary for a group to get a new name when it gets a new leader? You got any ideas? Let's go with the Ursus Student Self-Governing Group. So Estina is the one who came up with the name. Honestly, it's a mouthful. I don't know how it translates into Russian, if it's like a cooler sounding name, but in English it's just a mouthful. I probably shouldn't have expected much out of an honor student. Yeah, I bet Zima wanted something to sound a little cooler. Wanted the name to sound cooler, yeah. But I guess a straightforward, brass tacks name like that is okay every once in a while. Alright, from this day forward, we will be known as the Ursus Student Self-Governing Group. I lead the group, and you are my counselor. Right. You heard the relief in her voice, and it made you happy. Because you finally protected something. You earned someone's trust. You started feeling like a real leader, like a hero out of one of those novels. Who are you? I'm you. Are you blind? Sure, she does look exactly like me. But why am I raking myself over the coals like this? And it freaks me out the way she always says what I'm thinking. Not to mention her creepy tone of voice. It's no fun for me either, but every time I think back on this night, I want to laugh at myself. Is that my fault or yours? I don't know, and I'm not going to ask you. I'm scared you'll say it was your fault, and I'm just as scared you'll say it was mine. Suddenly, I realize the floor beneath my feet has become a bottomless void, and I start to fall. As I fall, I hear disjointed voices calling out. Think about it, Anna. Sonia alone can't protect all of us. The only choice is to join them. Sonia hates the aristocrats, Vika. Don't know if you heard that burp, but I just burped. God. I was at the mall today with my sister and mom, and I just I had boba, so I don't know if that's what's making me all burpy. Ugh. So you're going to risk all our lives? That's when the darkness begins to swallow me. I drop down from the second-story window, landing steadily on the ground. They'll catch me if I take the main entrance, so this is my only way. There's something I have to do, something very important to me. I understand, Anna. Vika's idea makes sense, and I'm not so full of myself I think I can take all those noble shit stains on my own. At least, I couldn't take them head on. They're definitely asleep this late at night. Now's the time to take them all out once and for all. Well, maybe killing them all is a bit much. Capturing their leader should do the trick. But really, I'll have to cut off the head to let the body die at least. Please, let me go. Help! Hand over the food you've been hoarding. We don't have any food, I swear. Please. I'm not going to save them. Not only because I'm busy, I also don't care. I've seen so much of this these past 2 days. I saved a few, and now we've got more kids holed up in the classroom than when Anna showed up with her classmates. So Anna had to listen to Vika. Vika, I don't know if I've been alternating, but the truth is, even though she told me I don't like nobles, it's actually Anna who hates the aristocrats more than anything. When those shitheads took the last remaining food store and left the rest of the kids to fight over scraps, that was the last straw for Anna. She doesn't want to join them. And I sure as hell can't change her mind. So it would be nice if the cause of all her worries here just went away. I think to myself as I press on, leaving the screams to fade away behind me. That tree was still standing yesterday. Who's bored enough to go around chopping down trees? I suddenly trip over something, barely keeping myself upright. I look down to see a fallen road sign already covered in illegible graffiti. It's only been 10 days since they locked us in here, but the school looks like it's been abandoned for years. Pockmarked walls, graffiti, litter, blood. Honestly, I hate it, and I don't know when it will finally end. I hang my head and press forward to the fancy scumbag's base. It's in this warehouse with the last of our food. And who do I see standing there? Me. Who are you? I'm you. Not sure why, but I actually wasn't that surprised. You'll be charging into this warehouse in a minute. You wanted to go right for their leader, but you were never very good at sneaking, so you got caught and you had to face down a phalanx of fancy rich kids. You're strong, Sonia. You almost managed to break through them, but you've always been so reckless. You knocked over a lovely candelabra, and, well, boom. My doppelganger suddenly vanishes, and all I can see before me is a pure, fiery red. I lit the second fire. The blaze destroyed the noble stronghold and all the food along with it. Nothing could be saved, and in Anna's parlance, The fire burned down the final barrier to the students' indiscriminate and chaotic struggle that followed. The aristocrats from number 4 secondary school are all gone. Grab what you can. I saw those nobles over there. Kill them before they get away. Back off. I haven't eaten in 3 days. I'm looking for food. What did you just say? I said, get the hell away from me. The school descended even further into chaos. Now nowhere is safe. Some of our self-governing group have gone missing. Vika never came back. Piss off. It's mine. Help. One day, I can't remember which, reunion suddenly left, but they never actually did anything other than lock us inside, and the chaos continued as if the students didn't even notice they were gone, as if they were enjoying the chaos. Lord of the Flies, right there. Hey, the reunion guys guarding the school are gone. We can finally leave. Why don't you look excited, Anna? It doesn't matter anymore. Ever since the first fire, none of this had anything to do with reunion. But we were not ready to escape the chaos, and the next day the catastrophe came. The catastrophe shook everyone. It was then that it became clear that they could all leave. It was also then that we realized things were even worse outside the school. Is this a catastrophe? What in the world happened? I'm scared. Anna, we need to get out of here now. But where can we go? And that's when Rhodes Island shows up. After that, we took refuge in the part of the city that wasn't overgrown with originium, hiding from other survivors, hiding from reunion. In the end, a Rhodes Island squad rescued us. Yep. And took us back to their base. Who's there? A kid? She's armed. Kiss my ass. Wait, we're here to rescue survivors. Huh? Calm down. We're with an organization called Rhodes Island. You're safe now. I survived. We survived. But I failed to do away with all Anna's worries. Honestly, I let her down. Sonia, the students never would have become like this without the fire. It was an accident. I don't blame you, Sonia, but if you had discussed it with me beforehand, I just wanted you to be able to sleep at night. Zima, I'm still willing to trust you, but I don't know how to talk to you about these things. You're guilty. I'm not. You deserve to die. It wasn't that bad. You let me go because you felt guilty. I didn't want to kill you. Don't beat yourself up. You made a mistake is all. I can't stop thinking about it. I hate you. What? So it was all a dream or a nightmare, a recurring nightmare? that dream again. Anna, I also a flashback. A flashback dream. God, sorry, my voice is like almost gone now. The brown-haired girl slumps up against the washstand and stares out the window. The moon looks lovely this evening. Okay, and that will be all. I think Wednesday we'll do Rosa and Leto's story, and then Thursday we'll finish it up with the last two. So this was an earlier Arknights story, and early Arknights writing was just not that great, so I didn't really expect to like the Children of Ursus event, but honestly, the ones I've read so far are actually pretty good. It's like really fucked up to think about, like, Zima. She's still like a middle school student, but she had to like kill other kids her age just for survival. And yeah, if anyone's around, thank you for watching. Remember to tune in tomorrow at the same time, 11 PM EST or 8 PM PST. My voice is fried, and I hope it recovers tomorrow, because I'm gonna be doing this for like, I don't know, whatever, I'll be doing this for a while. So good night, or good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are, and goodbye. See you tomorrow.